melt is when I'm ocean waves.
Today on Nova Legends podcast, I have Edison coach Tre Ford, whose Edison Eagles just qualified for the state tournament, finished runner-up to Hayfield, both in districts in the region, and in the district regular season and district tournament.
Yeah.
They play South Lakes on Friday in the state quarterfinal. Coach, congratulations and thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much, Stan. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, sure. Now, did I get that right? Actually, you did finish second in the region. That's right. So you finished second in district and the region. So I was right in the first place.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just so weird how, in the way it's organized now, you just keep playing the same teams over and over again.
It's crazy. We could get a fifth crack at Hayfield. Like, come on. I'm tired of having to prepare for them, man.
meanwhile, Stonebridge is traveling all the way down to Roanoke to play. I mean,
wow. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get to you first. This is your first year coaching Edison, and you went through a lot to get the job, lots of interviews and stuff. What have been some of your biggest surprises as Edison head coach?
Well, transitioning over from private school into the public school aspect of things. With private school, you're dealing with kids that get recruited to come to these schools, and they're really coming there to play basketball. Whereas I'm here at public school now, and I have two kids looking to play at the next level, and everybody else is playing it because they've been playing this game for their whole lives. So they're kind of playing it for fun, and it's just something that they want to do while they're in high school because their friends do it, they enjoy it. But that transition, it was kind of tough for me early on in the season because of my expectations and what I expected from the kids. But it was at some point it was like I wasn't getting what I wanted because my love for it and their love for it was completely different at times. So then that's when we got back to the drawing board. I got them to understand the sacrificing for the greater good of the team, sacrificing for those guys who are looking forward to playing at the next level. And then as those things started to happen, our team camaraderie, our togetherness, the way we were playing, it just started picking up more and more and more. So I would say my toughest situation was dealing with just kids that play for fun and play because their friends play it, whereas I was coming from kids who they live, dream, and breathe basketball. So that was the toughest transition that I've had so far.
One thing you can tell these kids is even if they don't play at the next level, they will never forget their varsity basketball career. It stays with you for the rest of your life. So it stays with you more if you don't play college because that's all you remember. Every one of your high school games, the games you lost. So I mean, you got some very talented guys, and they look motivated from the stands. So hopefully they continue to give you what you want. So look, you start off the season in great form. I think you had a loss or two early, but then you had a big win over Potomac. So
we lost to Potomac. We lost to Potomac.
Okay, you lost.
We were up 17 at the half, and we ended up losing.
That's what it was. That was a big loss. But the regular season went well. You did have some road bumps, like you mentioned, and then I think the Yorktown game you had some players hurt.
Correct.
But you have a very talented team. I think you have one of the most talented teams in the state. You have 7 at least top quality players at the high school level. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your team?
Yeah, I definitely agree. We have size. We're very talented. We're athletic, and our seniors they lead us. Like to go with our starting group right now. We started out with a different lineup that we had in the beginning of the season to where we are now, just because of the way the kids been playing. How we see some kids coming off the bench, but right now we have our starting point guard is Anthony Saunders. He's a sophomore. Lately, he's been playing some of his best basketball, hands down, on both ends of the floor. And I told him the other day, when he's aggressive offensively and defensively, we are a complete better team. And he's done that the last 3 games. He's at double-digit scoring, and it's helped us out a ton. And then I moved Ruben Garces from point guard over to the starting shooting guard. He's a senior leader. He knows what I expect of him. He's like that voice out there on the floor that echoes me. And he's played a big role for me. He had a very, very big shot against West Potomac that was down in the key seconds of the game that we needed. But he stepped up to that challenge. At the 3, we have DJ Thomas. He's our leading scorer. He's back at Edison after being here his freshman and sophomore year. Then he took the year off last year, didn't play at all, and he's back with us this year, which is real good. He's leading scorer for us. He guards every team's best player night in and night out. He's a first team all district and first team all region kid. So we're excited to finish out the season with him and have him back next year as well. We have Will Merrick at power forward. And he's another one of those senior leaders. He also is an echo of me out there on the floor. And he is our glue guy. I compare him to what David King is over there at Hayfield. I compare Will Merrick to that over here at Edison. Yeah. And then you got the big boy, Nader Churchy, inside. He's our defensive presence. We are nothing without that guy. He's a second team all region, first team all district kid, average 4 blocks a game. You kind of can't teach some of the stuff that he does and what he brings to the table for us. And then off the bench, we have a senior, Cameron Kirka, lights out shooter. He went and had 33 against Lake Braddock in the first round of regionals, which was real good for us. But his confidence and what he's bringing to us on both sides of the floor off the bench has been tremendous. And then you have Teddy Morgan. And Teddy Morgan was a starter for us earlier in the season. He missed a few practices, missed a game. And the way I run things here, when you miss things, you pay for it. And he sat his game out. He's now coming off the bench for us, but he's hands down one of our most impactful guys that we have on this team. And we're nothing without Teddy Morgan. He is long, athletic. He can shoot it. He defends. He rebounds. He does a little bit of everything for us. So those 7 guys right there really have been motivating everybody else, have been getting us going, have been bringing it night in and night out. And we're just trying to continue this run that we're on because we're happy to be here and we're enjoying the moment and we're going to keep on trusting the process.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I like your team. The point guard Garces, or 2-guard now, he reminds me of kind of a Mason So a little bit from DeMatha, same kind of body. He's less of a point guard, I guess, now than he is, but same type of hard-nosed kid. Ant Saunders has come on. Nader Chadi, he sounds like a really good kid. I like the way he plays. He plays hard, good attitude. William Nader.
These kids are amazing. These kids are amazing. Yeah.
But here's, as you said, you've got a great team, but not many coaches can go to the bench and bring in Cameron and Teddy. And when you bring those kind of players in, those are impactful type scorers. To have that luxury on the bench is great for a coach.
Big time. Yeah. Yes,
definitely. You can change. Yeah. So let's go. I was at your Lake Braddock game. That was a fun game to watch. You guys, there's some strange officiating going on in that second quarter. Everybody in the gym was like, "What the heck is going on in the gym?"
Yeah.
But you guys pulled away in the second half. I didn't see the West Potomac game. What happened in the West Potomac game?
West Potomac game, we went down early. The West Potomac has a freshman that's really, really good. He had 14 points on us at halftime. We went into the half down by 12, and I simply challenged my kids at halftime. And I asked them, I said, who's going to step up and stop the freshman kid? And they had another kid that was playing pretty well. And then Ruben, DJ both raised their hand. They went up there. They took on the challenge. They held the freshman to 2 points in the second half. We went on a nice run. And then down the stretch, like I told you, Ruben hit a big shot. We rebounded down the stretch well, and then it came down to one stop. And me and Anthony Saunders were having a conversation in the huddle. And one thing about me is I let my players voice their opinion, and I trust in my players. My thing was we were going to foul. It was 5 seconds left. We were up by 3. Matter of fact, we were up 3 with 5 seconds left. I say let's foul. Anthony Saunders said, "Coach, let's play it out. We can get a stop." I went with my players' opinion. We ended up getting that stop right there at the end of the game to push us on to the semifinals, which was real good. Oh, to the final, I should say, which was good.
Yeah, and Coach Houston, he's done a great job with that program the last 2 years. Yeah, he won 2 district titles in a row. Both teams started the year slowly. Just did a great job and came very close to going to the regional final into the state tournament. But that's going to be us. Now in the final, you guys seem to play Hayfield tougher at their place.
Yeah,
you seem like you're more comfortable on the bigger stage.
Yeah, so I would say with Hayfield's hands down one of the toughest teams I've ever had to prepare for, because in my opinion, they have 7 guys that can play at the next level, maybe even 8 guys. And my boys told me going into playing Hayfield that last year they were done before the game even started. So what I made sure as the coach this year was that I was going to instill that confidence in them and that never give up mentality no matter what. And I'm the leader and they follow me no matter what. They match my energy and all that good stuff. So if I don't bring it, I know they're not going to bring it. Late down in the stretch against Hayfield in the regional championship, we went down 10. I looked them all in their eyes and I told them, fellas, this game is not over. It's not over. We went on a nice run of our own. We had some tough shots during the stretch that we could have hit that just didn't go our way. But hats off to Hayfield. Like Greg Jones had an amazing game. Our game plan was make them hit tough shots, and they hit tough shots all night long. And I couldn't be mad at my kids. They gave me everything they had. But like I said, yeah, hats off to Hayfield, hats off to Carlos and what he does with his boys over there. It's an amazing program.
Yeah, I thought you guys
play them again. I'm tired of playing them, man.
Exactly. Well, if you win, that's
I know.
You have a really good chance of playing them again.
Yes, sir.
It's one of the best teams that I've ever seen in Northern Region. I know I'm gonna get a lot of arguments from some of the old heads, but it's a very talented team. I thought you guys did a good job of taking care of the ball the other day. Hayfield feeds off the other team's mistakes. You guys didn't make a lot of mistakes. You're gonna make some, but you didn't make a lot of mistakes. I thought Teddy Morgan had a terrific game off the bench, obviously. Amazing. And the big guy, Nadir, had a great game. I mean,
yes, he did.
He the shots went in for him. He was just, and he did a great job on David. I mean, that was a big key for you guys. I thought it was a great game. I really enjoyed watching. Now,
thank you.
Yeah, sure. Now, I think to me that the most exciting matchup is going to be you and South Lakes because it's a very good matchup. Two very good teams. Teams that people weren't really thinking about at the beginning of the season because they graduated everybody, and you guys had a little bit of transition going on with the coaching staff and stuff. But here we are, two talented teams. I think you're very well matched. What do you think? What do you think about South Lakes, and what do you think are some of the keys to the game?
Oh, South Lakes is a great team, in my opinion. Mike does an amazing job every year with each unit that he has. And they are scrappy. I have not seen a team that we faced other than Hayfield play defense the way that they play. They help each other out. They take charges on wing entry passes, which was it's amazing to see. And I feel like the matchup it's going to be a good one. I feel like we both match up really, really well. Jordan Scott is a phenomenal player, and all the pieces that surround him it just fits perfect with that unit that they have. And I know Mike is going to be prepared. I know he's diving in the film just as much as I'm diving in the film. And I feel like it's going to be a great game, though. I feel like Aiden Billings, the Natter Churchy matchup is going to be good. Jordan Scott, DJ Thomas matchup is going to be amazing. And they have the Brian Kennedy kid. They have Soul Vita. They're good. But I feel like if we can give that same intensity that we gave against Hayfield on both ends of the floor, if we can limit live ball turnovers the entire game, I feel like we'll be in good hands at the end. But I know it's going to be a great game. I know both teams are going to compete, and I'm just blessed and excited to coach in this game coming up Friday.
Well, yeah, you definitely have a size advantage, and I think the team that plays the best. I think the teams are evenly matched. I think the team that outplays the other simply enough is going to win. I think either team is capable of beating the other, which is why it's such a great matchup. I think when you guys play Hayfield, we've seen this show so many times. It's a good show, but we've seen it so many times. This is an interesting matchup because it's brand new and no one really knows how you guys are going to match up. You guys are bigger than they are, taller than they are at almost every position, but they're very talented. They can score, they rebound, and they have a tradition of success. And definitely. I think the formula is going to be great. This is the game I'm going to go to Friday. I think it's ridiculous that we can't watch both games. Somehow they're trying to. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Both the games should be in the same place, but
exactly,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, this is great. Hopefully, if you guys win, come back and talk to me next week. Congratulations on a great season. I think many coaches spend their whole careers dreaming about going to the state tournament, and some never do, and they're great coaches. So you got to do it your first year. It's such an amazing opportunity. I could tell by the way you coach that you understand what a great opportunity is, and you're trying to take every advantage of it. So yes, I wish you the best of luck over my friend Mike Desmond, and I know if he beats you guys, I'll hear from him, and if you beat him, I'm gonna be teasing him. So one way or the other, it's gonna be a good time.
You know it. You know it. Thank you,
Yeah.
man, so much. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Coach, again, great luck and best of luck this week.
I really appreciate it.
All right, Coach.
All righty.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I'm helpless when I'm ocean waves.